Hey everyone, Reed here. Today I want to talk to you about an awesome feature of Power BI, the Performance Analyzer pane. This pane lets you see the breakdown of user operations and their performance timings. Plus, it lets you export that data for even further analysis. So I'm going to do two things in today's video. I'll walk you through the tool itself in Power BI Desktop. Plus, as an added bonus, I'll show you a report that I built off of the exported data that I've made available for purchase and download in my Files and Templates store. So let's get started. So to access the Performance Analyzer, what you will do in any Power BI Desktop file is come up to the View tab, and you'll see over here, with all the other options you can turn on, is a checkbox for Performance Analyzer. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that on, and what that will do is it will pop up a pane over here on the right side that will let you start monitoring your report to see the details about which time is taken by each visual to the query in terms of what it takes to run the DAX formulas to rendering. So I'm going to go ahead and click Start Recording. And now what I want to do is say refresh the visuals on the page, so it will show you how long it actually takes to render everything when you first load a page, plus all the time it takes to calculate everything. So you click that. And then you get the duration as well for all of these individual objects. These are the names of every visual on the page. So as an example, that sparkling that I have for page views up here at the top, that is over here. And this also further emphasizes the importance of naming your items on the page. So that's over here in the selection pane, just making sure that all of your things that you've included on the page have a proper title and that they're given a right name so you know what they show up as over here in your Performance Analyzer list. So if you actually click any of these little plus and minus icons in here, that will open it up and shows you how many milliseconds were taken for the DAX query, how many were taken to create the actual rendering of the visual display, and you can see it has a little tooltip next to these, plus an other section that can also be copied out to do further analysis on that. And you will get that for each single thing on here. And you'll even see that as you start doing user actions, it will flag it with edited a visual, and then it re-renders it again. If I, as an example, let's say use my slicer pop-out window and put that out onto my page, that will pop that out. That will then grab that data as well as those changes happen. So each time you do something, it will continue to record the data. Same thing if I was to do a cross filter. There we go. It will continue to collect that information each single time down here. There we go. You can see at the very bottom, there's a section for crossed highlighted because I did that. And then how long did it take to render everything after I did that? So it's a great way just to see where your highest and lowest offenders are in terms of milliseconds and just time in general spent on processing and stuff. So it gives nice insights related to that. And another important thing too, if you want to refresh just a specific visual and not the whole page, notice up here with the Performance Analyzer turned on, every visual has an option to select refresh this visual. So that will refresh just this specific one rather than the whole page itself. And they do include a link down here on the bottom on some tips and tricks on how to actually optimize your report a little bit in terms of modeling practices and a few other things. So it's a good link down there to explore that I would recommend as well. Now this only gives you so much breakdown in here in terms of performance analysis. If you want to see more information, there is a button to export. And what that will do if you click it is it will pop up a window and it will export a JSON file. Now what I've also done is I've created a report based off of this JSON file to do further analysis on the data itself and to see what kind of analysis I can do from that extracted data. So let's go ahead and open that report that I have. So this is the report that I built off that extracted JSON file. And as I mentioned, this is something you can actually download that from my page that I'll show you in a minute, where you can just plug in that JSON file into this, and this will automatically refresh and give you a breakdown of whatever recorded analysis you did on those durations for load times. Now, this breaks it down by a few things. It does describe in the upper left here the different things that are labeled within the exported file in terms of the report canvas, the data shape engine, and the data model engine. Three primary categories of things that are rendered in terms of time to process that's part of that extraction from that JSON file. It also breaks it down in terms of components and everything else related to the visual name by that percent of total duration as that 100% stacked bar chart. So you can get those actual seconds down here, plus how much that took up in terms of the report canvas, whatever it was for the data shape engine, and all of those have that in there, the ability to drill up and down between the top level and as well as the individual visualizations down here, and you can see all the times that go into that. So a lot of really good ways to look at that. You can even see geocoding as an example for one of the visuals that did have map rendering. So that did take about 30% of the processing time, was just to load the actual geolocation for that map visual. So a lot of really good and useful data that's in here. And I also did build here at the top the overall durations across all of the main event names and all the things that are available within that export. So you can see that there's DAX queries, regular execute queries, and a few other things in here. Now, I'm not going to go through and explain every single one in here in detail. There is a really good white paper that I will link to in the description as well, that I will point you to, but this just gives you that good summary level and detailed breakdown of everything from that JSON file. And then finally, you have a table down here at the bottom that breaks everything down into the most detailed level that comes out of that JSON file. And that gives it as much granularity as you need to per visual, what component of that visual, and then as well as the target event name, as far as the query, the rendering, the data transformations, and that breaks it all the way down to every single little millisecond. So a lot of good information in here. And I even have a tooltip that shows you the top 10 visuals per each of these category in terms of whatever the worst offenders are for those milliseconds being processed. And like I said, this is available to download from my file and template store. It's over here just for $50 if you want to buy it. And this is plug and play with any of your data. And there's even a tab in there to explain how to install it. It basically just points to your C drive, grabs that JSON file upon refresh, and pulls in all of your data to be able to let you use it over and over again if you want a bit more detailed information and don't want to have to build the report yourself, and just go ahead and use something that has already been designed by me. And that about covers it for this video. If you found this video useful, please click or smash that like button below. If you have any comments about this video or have a suggestion for a future video, please add that to the comments section down below. And if this is your first time to my channel or you want to see more of these awesome videos, please click that subscribe and notification button. And otherwise, I will see you all in my next video.